like not girls trying to fuck.
Like I said, they wouldn't be shit without some of these big places.
Welcome to this podcast.
Got my money saved up, put that on my mom. Hey, baby. Do you think it's corny for artists to do the little song where it's like, mama, about their mama?
No.
When I say corny, you think I mean like corny as in what? Corny like not cool?
Not cool.
No. That's not what I mean. It's kind of like when a comedian's bombing and he want to bring God into it. Like if his jokes aren't funny, he wants to get you on his side. He's like, yo, Jesus. yo, give me a round of applause for God.
Yeah, okay. That's funny. Yeah.
I mean, happy Mother's Day. I mean, not to you, but in general to everybody. Not to you though. But yeah, I haven't always had the best relationship with my mom, and I've had a lot of friends who've had this similar relationship. So it always feels like for me, it's like when I make a song about my mom, it's way more important. Not more important, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like it's kind of crazy because like I see people do it, and I think that they're doing it to have it done.
Yeah.
To be like, I covered that base. Like my mom is okay. I made her happy. Like,
yeah.
Here you go. And then it's like on top of that, Mother's Day comes up, and it's like they're gonna play this song. You know, and then it's like the other songs where it's like, okay, this dude's really grateful for his mom. He really loves his mom. You know. I don't know. I don't think it's corny. I wasn't saying I was. I was just asking, is it corny? It's kind of sometimes it can be like that though. It can be a little, like a guaranteed good song.
Yeah.
Because of what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And it's like, when I make songs about my mom, sometimes I don't always, I just don't, I don't fake, and I don't just talk about good things. You know?
Of course.
Especially if my memories are different. Like my memories aren't all bad, but that's why I don't make songs about certain things like that, because I would have to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. You know, I would tell the whole story, and then it would be like, that's an album. You know what I mean? That's a project. That's a whole thing. You know. But welcome to the Rondo Show podcast. I apologize for whatever offensive nature I speak from. I tend to do that. Yeah. Shout out to everybody on Mother's Day. I appreciate you for tuning in if you are. Shout out to the moms, single moms, married moms, moms in general. Shout out to my mom. I love you. We talked. I speak your lingo. You want to be on the podcast? She's like, nope, don't you do that. Yeah, though, it's like, it's not corny. It's not corny. It's not corny at all. It's not corny.
No.
It's just funny a little bit for me. Because when I hear it, I'm like, okay, yeah, I wish, like, that was what I wanted with my mama. I don't have a typical mom story. Like, Mother's Day used to be rough for me, man. I wasn't with my mom.
Yeah.
We was never together most Mother's Days of my whole life. That's stuff people don't know about. Like, people, like, always with their mom. Me and my mom, we didn't get along most of my life.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't even talk a lot. So it's like, I'm not here to bring the negativity to Mother's Day. But it's like, for me, it was always like, I used to get on, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I used to get on Instagram on Mother's Day and be like, shout out to all y'all good moms out there. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to everybody who is like, made me feel like you were a mom to me.
Yeah.
And I get right on there and I say, I'm not gonna do this and do that about my mom. I'm not gonna, you know, tear her down, but I'm not gonna lift her up in a way that I don't. And I was young, you know, I was young.
Of course.
Cause the thing is, like, the older you get, and then like I have kids now, so I think about everything differently.
Yeah.
But like, I just didn't want. People kept pressuring me. People would pressure me, like yeah. So what's like, what you doing for your mom? I'm like, dude, if you find my mom, please put her in contact with me. Like, if we, you know, if that's what, like, can we, you know, it's so much work. It's always work. It was always so much work to do in our relationship that it was like, to come together for a holiday seemed
Weird.
Yeah, it seemed not right. It seemed like we should have just been on this type of time. And if we're gonna come together on this holiday, we know this holiday it ain't all be resolved today.
Yeah.
Like, we got to get through this. And I've never not appreciated her for, like I said, she gave me life. I never not appreciated her for that. And like, seeing a life cycle up close really changes your life. But I never didn't appreciate her or didn't want her to have a day. The thing for me was like, I can't even give you anything, can't do anything for you because of how you handled our relationship. You see what I'm saying? Like, your motherhood, your style of mothering and parenting actually affected how I could even appreciate you. I don't know how to explain it. It's like I was almost forcibly jaded.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I watched her. You know, my mom walked out the courtroom and was like, take him. And for me, that just crushed me. Like, I don't know many kids who went through something where their mom, like, they felt like their mom gave up on them. And she says she didn't. And I know she didn't. I know that now. But back then, I never felt how I feel today. Like, I texted her this morning, you know, called her yesterday, you know. I'm here for my mom. I'm happy about my mom. I love my mom. I want her to be full of joy 24/7 as best as I can, you know. As best as I can, you know, be a part of that, I will. But sometimes it's like, that past, I used to be like, dude, I don't even know if she knows I'm alive. So I'm supposed to think about her today? Like, I'm really outside and I didn't even notice it was Mother's Day. I'm like sleeping outside. And I'm supposed to take everything out of me. And it's like, to out the outside looking at it, that's crazy. Like, it's not that much, boy. She gave you life, boy. You alive, boy. You here. What you talking about? But it don't really mean that to you when your mind has gotten to a point where you think you got to be by yourself. You on your own. Like, there is no mom. Like, you got used to the idea that there is no mom. Or if there is a mom, this is just not the mom you wanted, or it's not the mom you thought you would have, or it's like what you see other people have. The definition of mom is like so crazy. Because there's no defined thing. Yeah. But it is. You know the real ones from the, yeah. And my mama's a real one. My mom is definitely a real one. She's a tough cookie. My mom is a tough cookie. I'm so glad we're in a better place today and that I get to appreciate her and show her love and express how I've always felt about her without feeling wrong. That's the thing about it. I've always felt like my mom was trying and she loved me or yada yada, but I always felt wrong to express that to her. Because I felt like she would do something again or abandon me in a situation or hurt me. And when that happens, I would feel so much worse. So just destroyed. And yeah, like maybe she doesn't understand that. Maybe she didn't know. And people have to be allowed to grow. I've definitely allowed her to grow. She's definitely allowed me to grow. Because I've said some crazy crap to my mom. But we had a unique relationship and she said some crazy crap to me too. You know, watch the podcast. I'm sure it's on here. Not with her, but yeah, man. Shout out to all the moms out there. I know NASCAR P, his mom their relationship isn't the best, you know? And that's why me and him got so close too, is because we both go through the same things. It's like, we don't want to be bad dudes or bad people, and we don't want to hate, we don't want to offend anyone, and we also we want to love our moms. But there were times when we felt like we weren't loved. And it's not that you don't love her or you love her any less for that. You just don't know how to express it to that person. How do you express it to somebody? Like, how do you tell her? Because then it feels so wrong. It's like, I appreciate you making me sad like this. Like, and it's not her fault. Everybody's human. Everybody goes through what they go through. And that's why it's such a weird subject. Mother's Day has always been weird for me. Yeah. You've made it so much easier now. Because I get to like focus on a mother that I know for sure about everything about this mother. Yeah. But I was a kid. I didn't see behind the curtain. You know? You've helped me with my mom, with my relationship with my mom, you know. I treat her better these days because of you. You know. And I get hate every episode, don't I? I just attract the hatred. For some reason, I appreciate the beef, huh?
Of course.
I just I call on the beef. I'm not here for that though. I'm really not.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking through things. Maybe this should be just my random thoughts episode instead of a podcast. Oh man. Nah, for real. Mother's Day is bomb. I definitely think y'all deserve more than a day. For me, I try to make every day Mother's Day as best I can. You know? Yeah. I try to make you feel like your role and your duty is appreciated. Your platform as a parent. You have a voice. Try to make sure that feels heard and projected and amplified from me. Same with my mom too. She knows this now. Yeah. It's more than just giving life or bringing life into the world. It's way more than that. Like, that's a hard task, but that's like the easy part. That's the easy way to be a mom. Like, me and NASCAR used to talk about that, like how like somebody brings you in the world and then after that they feel like that's it. Like, I've done everything. That's it. Like, we felt that way before, like felt that they might have felt that way. And it's like, no, it's way more to do. You got a lot that you could do for this person, like, but they like, I brought you into this world. That's like, you're asking for too much. Like, asking for too much was a thing. Like, it felt like I was asking for too much sometimes from my mom. And it's like, you my mom. Yeah. I watch kids every day ask their mom for everything. Why can't I just ask my mom for something without her saying just no? Even if she says no, like, why you can't just say no? What are you doing? What is the communication shutdown? You know what I mean? What is the, I can't talk to you, or I don't want to hear, you know? And it comes when people make mistakes. I feel like, especially a parent, it's hard to hear that from your child. But you gotta let them have that time to say what they gotta say. You can't judge them the whole time they talking. And it's like, sometimes we didn't speak because she just couldn't handle what I had to say. Yeah. I'm sick of my mom being like some urban legend with everybody I date. Cause y'all be like, you don't talk to your mom? Like, what, y'all beefing? Like, really? Then y'all think about me. I mean, you like beef, so it makes sense you would probably be beefing with everyone, the most important woman in your life. It makes sense for y'all to be at odds. But it's like, no, that's not it. That's not it at all. It's just timing. Me and my mom, we're always on different types of time sometimes, but we're the same person, the same energy, the same personality, the same pet peeves and stuff. So we get on each other's nerves so fast. Of course. Yeah, I haven't lived with my mom since I was 15 years old. People don't understand that is what my reality is. I'm not saying that my mom is a bad mom or not a good person, or I think she's a outstanding mother. But I'm also a very complicated person. A highly complicated person being raised by a highly complicated person in a highly complicated situation around other highly complicated people. It was just always something. Hey, baby. Yeah, I should get off the moms, huh? Give them a break. It is Mother's Day. I'm sorry. No, I just thought it was. I vent on here. Yeah. And I'm a dude, so I'm always gonna be closer to my dad, but also closer to my mom in the same way. If you get what I'm saying. Like, dudes, they love their dad as much as they love their mom, but for different reasons. Mm-hmm. My connection to my mom is more of a protective thing. It's more of a, she nurtures me. She always cares about me. She always worries about me. She always prays for me. She's always there for me whenever I call her. She always has something to say. She's the advisor, da-da-da-da. She's like, she's in my heart. My mom, you are in my heart. You're there for me, right? But with dads, it's like, when I leave the house, I can go with my dad. We can go here, we can go there, we can go there. We can get into stuff. And it's that same feeling. It's like, not protective. You don't feel like you gotta protect. You feel like protected. Yeah. And it's like, also, he's leading you to lead the way. So I think about my dad on Mother's Day too, because they were together at some point, you know. Yeah, man, Mother's Day is it's a Rubik's Cube for me. It's not a bad thing. I love Mother's Day. I love watching everybody else be happy too. not to sound depressed or sound sad or nothing. I seriously love watching other people like have good relationships with their parents, especially their mom. I mean, I was always that dude like that. I stood up for my mom. She never wanted me to. She always kind of stopped me from doing it, but you know, I would love to protect my mom from things, but you know, my mom don't listen to me. My mom do what she got going on. You know what I mean? She ain't gonna listen to me. I'm her kid, so it's just what it is, man. And people can take it how they want to take it. But yeah. What is the reason that they're saying that dude ran up on the stage for?
I didn't see it.
Was it a joke he said that like pissed him off, or was it like you said that Will Smith
I don't know. I don't think I saw a reason.
kind of thing? When I first saw it, I thought it was Dave was probably talking about the LGBTQ community, and one of them got sick of it, ran up on him. He was like, "Not tonight, Dave. Not tonight, Dave. We're gonna check you." And then I think it's just clout chasing at the end of the day too. Do anything for fame. Run up on stage and tackle Dave Chappelle. That's like a dare. It's like in a dare book. Yo, do this. Go run up on stage and grab the biggest comedian in the world. Just tackle him.
This says he might have been plotting his attack for some years.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everything he's been saying for a minute, all these jokes.
You got a song?
I ain't going there. Let's hold up right there. All these jokes that Dave has been making, like, come on. It's people out here that really sit in the house and, you know, it's all hate he's building. Like, think about when I was talking about the Asian hate. And I was saying, like, I've never seen that in my eyes, like before my eyes, but I've seen a lot of Asian people treat me poorly because I'm black and or because I'm poor. And they talk down on me, whatever, talk down to me, whatever. And then I get on YouTube and apparently there's a guy beating the crap out of some old lady just because she's Asian, and he's like a super flaming racist, and he hates black people too, and he's black, and it's all this crazy stuff, right? And I'm like, okay. So there are people who sit here and watch stuff and then take that to feed whatever dark, sick stuff they got going on inside of them. Yeah. And they like run with it and like go out in real life and do stuff. Makes you not want a podcast, huh? Is it worth it? Oh, that's a good question, huh? That's the name of this episode. Is it worth it? Was it worth it, my dude? You got molly-whopped. They beat the brakes off that man. They beat the brakes off that man, and then they said, "Yo, Jamie Foxx said I ain't touch him. Busta Rhymes said I ain't touch him. Jon Stewart said I ain't touch him." They all got something in there. They got licks in. Come on now. Dave is my friend, and I'm beating the crap out of you, bro. And I'm telling the news that I didn't do nothing. Right? What are you talking about? No, you didn't try to run up here. You did? Oh yeah. My man can't see through that eye. Like, they swolled his shit up. I'm with it though. I'm with the idea of like how Kevin said, like, how Kevin Hart said, hopefully this like sends like a message to people, because I feel like people play with celebrities.
Yeah.
Joe went through this, and I always felt so much empathy and felt bad for Joe when people like harassed him. It's harassment. It's almost torture if you want to talk about it. You know, like hounding somebody,
Yeah.
following them to their house, like when they leave their house in the morning, like you're right there, and like not only like, you know, just running up on strangers. This is a stranger. This is not a just because you watched what they did, you see the movie, heard the song or something, you gonna run up on this person? You are a stranger to that person, and this is a stranger to you. You don't know him.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Leave them alone. Leave people alone, man. People don't leave nobody alone no more. Everybody's everybody now. Like, everybody's in somebody's business. What happened to just fighting it? Like, boom. You walk up on me, I'm going to hit you in your face. And then nobody stopped. Like, everybody stopped messing with people. Like, and now don't do that no more. Like, it's getting to that point. Like, this PC, I'm trying to tell you, this whole little climate that we're in is like lubricated for this type of scenario. Like, dudes can't wait to do this. They can't wait to run up on somebody. Cause then they feel like, it's like when Jesus was walking through, I don't know if it was Bethlehem or where, he was walking through a Jerusalem. He might've been walking through a city. He was walking through a city, right? And these people need to be healed. They were so weak that they couldn't even move. And she said, all I need to do is touch the garment. If I could just touch, like, that's like saying, if I could just touch his pants leg as he passes by, I will be healed from head to toe. And I feel like people look at celebrities like that. They look at them like they're gods.
Yeah.
They look at them like Jesus, and they run up and they trying to get some of that. They think that that's how you can do that. Like, it's not a person. Like, you're not gonna get hit in the face.
Yeah.
And it's like, some people need a reality check, man. Somebody need to go boom, because when you go bing, something happens to you and you just realize what's going on. It's like, it really clicks. It's like it clicks for you. Whoa. It's like running into a wall that you didn't know was there. Now you know it's there. It's like, oh, I can't go over there. Like, I cannot do that. Oh, I get it now. Right, baby? Oh, man. Nah, man, what's going on? You can't hit nobody no more. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You can't hit nobody. Because they want money. It's the Midas touch. You got the magic. You
trying to go beyond the pod?
You said what?
I said she trying to go beyond the pod.
She doing too much. Either crawl or don't crawl. Pick one. Yeah, man. It's like you can do whatever you want these days and nobody can stop you. Psych. 'Cause they beat that man, didn't they? And then, shoot, you can say whatever you want, but Chris Rock got the taste slapped out of his mouth. So, I mean, and I'm sure he probably didn't. I mean, it probably looked worse than it actually was. But you can't even say nothing these days. So it's like, in the time where it's so PC, you would think you couldn't do anything, but you can do so much. You know what I mean? And this is what people are talking about when they say, like, yo, the left is now the right and the right is now the left. It's like they have switched the values. Everybody has these convoluted, confused morality to where they think that they're against something, but they're actually for it.
Yeah.
They're supporting it. Like, reporting on this story is why another dude would go do it. Because it's being talked about. His picture's everywhere. So imagine if he goes and does something else. Like you said, he has a song, right? Yeah, he puts a song out. It's like, I'm the dude who did that, and listen to my song. Anything for fame, man.
Yeah, it said he wrote a song a couple years ago when Dave Chappelle was supposed to perform at the Hollywood Bowl, but he couldn't due to the pandemic.
Hold on, what?
So he wrote the song a couple years ago, put it out.
Wrote the song? What is the song? You act like I know.
Whatever his song was about Dave Chappelle.
It's a song about Dave Chappelle? You didn't tell me that. You just said he has a song. I thought he just had music. He's an artist trying to make it. Yeah, well, I'm good on that. If your song is about Dave Chappelle, you have no life. Yeah, you have a problem. Untreated mental health illness. Untreated mental health illness. We talk about it all the time on this podcast. Here it shows it rears its ugly head again, huh? To be obsessed with another human being like that, I don't have it. I don't have that bug.
Yeah.
Oh, he's coming. Remember that? I'm not mixy. I don't get into the whole. That's the thing about me too. I had to create because I couldn't be a fan. Like the fan role for me, it's not comfortable. It's not comfortable to me to be a fan. I'm a supporter, you know. I'm happy for people. I love things. I like things. I tune in. But to be a fan, like the dude who like at the football game paints his whole body and he's like smashing the beer can on his head, like he don't give a F about himself. He's for this team. Like I bleed this. Like what?
Yeah.
Like what is wrong with you, man? What is wrong with people? And it's like people rather like I feel like celebrities in Hollywood, at least pop culture, likes those people that way because these are the people who buys your shit. They're the most fanatic. You want to keep people in that mental delusion so that they can. It's a market. It's a fan base. It's an audience. Alex Jones, he makes all these conspiracy videos. And he had to confront the reality that a lot of his fans are schizophrenic people. Because they don't believe anything's real. So they have to listen to you. Who else are they going to listen to? Not saying he's exploiting them. He just started being a conspiracy theorist and then out of the blue, when he gets so famous, a percentage of those people are just crazy. Because you have to be crazy to be that obsessed with somebody.
Oh yeah.
To be that obsessed with anything, period, honestly. Yeah, man. I don't know. And then to think too that you can give somebody hatred. So like if I have hate in me, and I want to give it to you. That's what hate is. It's like, it's in me. I want to give it to you. That's what hate is. To hold it so long, it's going to come out sometimes in a irrational way. Like he didn't plan that tackle properly.
Yeah.
And if he tackled Dave, what would he had even done then? Would he have started beating him up?
Good question.
I think it would have clicked in his brain even when he did that. What the fuck am I doing? Well, I'm really crazy. Like, I'm nuts. Or if he's, like I said, like, really crazy. It's game time. Go time. This is what I've been waiting for. The moment I've been waiting for my whole life. It gets wild, man. It gets real in the field. Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm just going to talk about it a little bit. Not even a little bit. But I refuse to read any bad things that people say about that dude. Did you like him?
I thought he was okay.
I liked him. I was a fan of that man. Not a fan like we was just speaking of. But I was I was a fan. And it's kind of crazy because it's like, when somebody's alive and you hate them, when they die, I guess you kind of have to still hate them. That's why I don't hate people.
Yeah.
Because it's not good to hate anyone. Hate does more damage to you than it does to the person that you're hating. But yeah. For me, it's just hard to know that somebody who spoke so much truth like that is gone. Men that had nobody standing up for them who was actually educated in masculinity, I guess, and femininity, and so many various things business-wise. And we had him, and he's gone now. But we have what he left us. Prayers and condolences to his family and his friends and loved ones. But I don't think that when I saw it, I didn't believe it. You know, remember, I did not believe that. I believe because he's so smart, and plus he knows how many people hate him. I thought he was just
fake news.
No, not wrong time for that joke. I just thought he was like he was really good for me at pointing out, especially in the LGBTQ community, how a lot of them are missing certain topics that they need to address, which is one, like I said, how is gay a slur? They used to call him gay because of what he said about women. But it was just truly how men felt and what men want about women, what men think and what men know. And women and I guess gay people would call him gay. You calling him gay was to slander him. How can it be a slander on one end, and on the other end, it can be a sexuality that needs to be respected and protected in all of this community? So with the same thing, I thought this death thing was like him saying, watch this. So y'all don't even care about death either. Y'all really don't respect nothing. He would say that if he was alive. Yeah. Now that I know that he's alive, that he's actually dead, I mean, like I said, rest in peace. But it's just, for me, that's the story and the message that I hope the world can turn into that direction. I just hope the world turns into that direction at some point. I hope people wake up to the fact that, like, you are all fucking sick. Like, you fucking hate people, period. That's crazy. Yeah. You get mad at people because they make something that you don't like. That's wild. That is not a normal thing. There's something wrong with you. For you to attack somebody because they said something that you didn't like. Yeah, man. When people disagree with me, I try to figure it out. I try to have a conversation. I want to understand why you understand what you understand. Then I want you to try to vice versa. You know, I don't even need you to do all of that for me, because I know how to articulate my side. I would rather just understand your brain power and your mind, how it works. People just hated him instinctively. Like, that was the first thing they jumped to. And still tuned in to spew that hate. What a world we live in, man. It's a hoot. Yeah. This podcast headed nowhere fast. Got a pain. I appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. Shout out to the YouTubers, the gamers, SoundClouders, the Spotifyers, the Apple Potters, the Apple Musicers, the Patronites. I ain't got much, man. I could talk all day about this, and I don't want to talk all day about this. Yeah, man. This podcasting thing is funny, man, because you get on here one day and you want to say this, and then you take it back. Because you just don't even want to be a part of all that negative energy. Mm-hmm. You know? Yeah. You want to say so much, but then you want to say so little at the same time. Because it's not even worth words, some of this shit. Mm-hmm. Some of this shit is garbage. It's like, should never be spoken of. But it reaches the masses because of how sick people are. People are fucking sick, bro. People love negativity, man. It's so wild how much they actually feed off of it. Mm-hmm. You would have thought that was gasoline to a car. Motherfuckers love negative things. I refuse to get sick with it. Can't infect me. You might defect me, but you can't infect me. I'm gonna always find my way back. Let's see how I feel about this episode. Happy Mother's Day to ya. Happy Mother's Day to ya. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Rondo Show Podcast, episode 92. I hope everybody's living up to their full potential or on their way to it. And we're out of here.